What's up guys, my name is Aussie Marcel, the most luscious locks on YouTube, and in today's video we're going to be comparing two fragrances, the original and a cheap clone. We all know Drakkar Noir, it's a men's classic. You can't really talk about men's fragrances without mentioning the absolute powerhouse that is Drakkar Noir. I'll just read a little history about Drakkar Noir just for those that aren't familiar with it. Drakkar Noir by Guy Laroche is an aromatic foie gras fragrance for men. Drakkar Noir was launched in 1982. The nose behind this fragrance is Pierre Wagner. Top notes are rosemary, artemisia, lavender, basil, lemon verbena, bergamot, and lemon. Middle notes are coriander, carnation, cinnamon, juniper, and jasmine. Base notes are leather, sandalwood, fir, amber, patchouli, oak moss, vetiver, and cedar. So there's a huge amount of notes here, and if you actually look at the notes listed on Fragrantica, for example, there's a laundry list of notes. Anyway, how I would describe Drakkar Noir personally is that it's a sort of a fresh, spicy fragrance. Usually I'm not the biggest fan of freshies, but Drakkar Noir is very nostalgic for me, and for that reason, it gets a pass for me. Drakkar Noir is one of my personal favorite fragrances. This Drakkar Noir, I'm assuming, is a clone of Drakkar Noir. So let's just give it an open. Right off the bat, just smelling the inside of the seal here, it does have a definite Drakkar Noir flavor to it. Pop that over there. Here's the box for the clone. Barcode as well. Ingredients. Ingredients are alcohol, parfum, and demineralized water. Essential oils manufactured in the UK. Ooh, it is potent. And let's have a look at the bottle. It's very cheap looking. No information whatsoever. It's definitely cheap. And the cap is ghastly. Let's give it a spray. It definitely has that Drakkar Noir vibe to it. I wouldn't call Drakkar Noir the most complex fragrance, but this is much more linear. I just get lemon and some aromatics. Let's compare this to Drakkar Noir. Now I've had this bottle for a while, so it's in worse for wear condition, but it is what it is. I'm not going to kick that one on the ground or else it'll probably break apart. It's a classic. And you got the information at the back of it. So instantly a step up in quality. Man, it's such a beautiful smell. They're pretty close though, honestly, I would say it's within striking distance. This one, the clone does have a more pronounced lemon sort of vibe to it though. And the original has a bit more lavender at the top. But they're surprisingly close. Like I said before, I would put them within striking distance of one another. Although I wouldn't be surprised if the original lasted longer. I know for me personally, on my skin, Drakkar Noir does tend to last quite a while. I wouldn't call it a beast per se, but it's not bad. Especially not for a fresher fragrance. The clone is slightly sweeter. Yeah, the clone has less spices as well. But they're pretty close. If you took both bottles of this fragrance and applied them on tester strips and showed them to 50 different people, I would say that the majority of them would say it's the same fragrance. And just a side-by-side comparison of the bottles. All in all, as far as clones go, it's not terrible. It does smell cheaper than Drakkar Noir, and Drakkar Noir already isn't the most expensive fragrance. I'm kind of impressed by how accurate it is, but it's drying. The dry down is. Hang on a second. It's drying down much less impressively than Drakkar Noir does. At first I was going to recommend it just for the initial opening, but now I'm sort of hesitant to recommend it. Look, if you are on like the tightest of tight budgets, I got that Drakkar Noir clone for like $5 from Cheapest Chips. So if you are after Drakkar Noir and you really can't budget for a real bottle of Drakkar Noir, I would say you're probably alright to go ahead and get the clone, but I personally would pick the original. Anyways, that about wraps it up for today. I just wanted to show off the differences between the clone of Drakkar Noir and the actual original Drakkar Noir, even though it has been reformulated. So what are your experiences with Drakkar Noir? Have you ever worn one of the clones before? Let me know in the comments below. And until the next video, my name is Aussie Marcel, and I'll catch you guys around.